Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo matatag, lakad matatag!
Normally.
Mid, it's not as good as something like a Lina, where you just take that first point in the corrosive skin and kind of just annoy the crap out of the Lina. Because Viper just does his damage in large, infrequent bursts, whereas Lina's...
Did they put the ward from outside vision? The mid lane, did you get to see that?
Did not get to catch it. Arrow. It's going to be comped by Mind Control. Avalanche taking level 1 as Kuro is going to try and heal him up with the level 1 Nature's Attendance. Mind Control still dying, however, to the right clicks of the Tiny. GH with a decent amount of damage here at level 1, and with the boots can definitely pump it in. But it's only a level 1 ET. And
Lane the Enchantress with the Viper, that's a really tough lane. I'm really glad they chose to do that. They're really capitalizing on this early game.
Another arrow.
But of course with Bane and Mirana it's going to be a bit difficult. Kuroki still has Nature Attendance though, but he's not going to get a chance to use them as the Avalanche blocks him right immediately. Celery could be in trouble himself. Poison attack up to 5 stacks and Mind Control will finish off the Bane. But the loss of the Enchantress here is a big... That's the problem. You can't never stop a Coddle. Truly, Coddle will always come out on top. He just takes your camp instead. Nice. Okay, wait. Chakra Magic has been used. There's an opportunity for Miracle. He has Light of Fist. Boom is going to start charging again. And Ace does die in the top lane to ILTW, but this is more exciting. He stole the camp.
Celery a bit. And with the vision here from the Warpine Raider, they're getting in some good damage. The seat shot there bouncing a couple of times. Celery continuing to be harassed as Mind Control's going to throw in the Nether Toxin, and that's going to be a kill onto the Bane at the very least.
They can't take down the Enchantress creep, and they're just have to let it go, honestly. I mean, Celery is coming. There's a TP, so at least they want to force some kills out of this tower push. Boom joins. Illuminate can be set up on that Nightmare, so at least one of them is going to hit. Apparently both get hit.
Ace.
The Solar Bind on top of that with the Arena, but they don't get the Spear off. Mind Control will die regardless. Kuroki is able to TP for now. The damage is too high and Kuroki will also fall. Tower does die, or Tower does fall for this. So overall, not the worst trade for Nigma, but they do lose.
Well, I actually think it's not too bad. They might just get mid. Duracho, though, defending as he's going to toss the tree after GH. That'll pick up the kill. Miracle, though, still with the Flame Guard active, doing a good amount of damage to Duracho. There's no TPs available either for him. Celery at the ready here for the Nightmare. That'll get Duracho out of a tough situation here, but 2 remnants available for Miracle. Mars builds that we used to see. Celery is likely dead here, though. I don't think he's getting out of this one.
Nope. You can't TP in front of danger this time. Yeah, you're right. In general, though, we see a lot of deviation towards like armor items, right? We're seeing the armlet, or sorry, the medallion for Celery, not a very common build on Bane either. And of course the armlet, which also gives you a bunch of armor. So I think that's partially
quite quickly as he does now onto ILTW, down to half HP, but the spear will not latch onto the tree. GH threatening for the Echo Stomp here, and with the chance, should at least catch Duracho, but they also get a +1 onto Ace. Fiend's Grip is through from Celery, but he's going to die, well, actually to the Split Earth, but if not to that, it was going to be the Flame Guard of Miracle, which was still running, but it does burn the BKB duration, allowing Duracho to now find him, jumps on in. Ace trying to go for a follow-up play, but lacks the spear to do so, and now trapped on the wrong side of the river here with some unfriendly faces, will pop his own BKB. Spear's going to whiff. ILTW is still incredibly healthy.
Behaves like a taxi right now, and should be able to get away from this. Heals are still available. Okay, GH seen the opportunity to counter-initiate. It's thrown up in the air. They hit him with the arrow. Avalanche as well. They want to kill GH first. Will they succeed? They will. GH is already down, but LTW starts to hit down Boom. No vision, however. Moonlight Shadow will save him for now. Duracho, he is going to hit up the Viper straight up. Duracho struggling against all this movement speed slows. They need some more initiation, but they're lacking the arena now, and that means Duracho is just going to lose his first life here relatively easily. BKB activated on Ace though, and BKB is for Kuroki apparently, or Mind Control, who's been much more slowed. Boom, keeping the enemy at bay, but he's got a bit too far. He's a bit too far in, and Leicester is going to punish that immediately with a slow Celery, the next target as well. But Duracho's back with a vengeance, and he has full HP now. ILTW cannot survive the damage from Tofu and Duracho's cleave. GH trying to get some space for his teammate with that stomp. You'll Scepter used though to stop Miracle. He can't get away. Beautiful spear on top of that, and Miracle will fall. Kuroki has also been put to a nightmare, and now he's going to be woken up rudely with a Starstorm. Do they have enough damage to bring him down though, as the Tinies has to go for... They're going to try to go for a play now with a smoke. I mean, this is not a bad play, but once again, they're all too far together. The Infesta saves the Viper. ILTW is still in trouble. They do use the Arena Mind Control. Actually, he's been stopped by the creeps. Oh, despite his BKB, he couldn't get out of the arena wall because the creep wave gets stuck in the wall as well. What a way to die,
Now
Mind
Miracle.
Control. As now the spear
Oh.
catches Miracle, and that damage is too high. Duracho will deal with him easily. Kuroki's the next target, apparently. ILTW trying to fight for his team, but LTW is solo. His team's already dead. Ace is a spear in 1 second. LTW is gonna get stunned by the Avalanche. Spear not even needed, apparently, as the damage is too high. They try, right? Well, his towers have to stay there and take the beating. Duracho will take down 2 sets of Rex relatively easily, or at least important
Get
Rex
him.
anyway.
Kuro, chase him away. Oh, no, he caught
got
an
hit
arrow.
by the arrow. Kuroki, no! I think the Illuminate kills him. There we go. And in fact, Kuroki's death sets up for the onslaught. The Duracho just catches Miracle and murders him. Mind Control activates the BKB. So the Duracho here, ILTW caught by the Fiend Script. Who's going to cancel it now? They control GH. This Fiend Script's going to last forever. ILTW dies. So does Mind Control. GH will be the last victim. 3 team wipes in a row.
GG.
It's time to call GG.
What a game. What a game by Gladiators. They just kind of sat back. They weren't really too pressured. They make one bold move to go for Roche. They fight well, basically once down bottom, which was, I think, their true test this game. And they passed with flying colors, get the team wipe, and from there, 2 more, frankly, not easy fights, but definitely fights where they feel comfortable in them.
Not bad, actually.
Just a strange pick, right? Something that can bully TP in lane, push towers. Oh!
Ooh. Oh, that's an old boom pick, actually. I love this. That's a really good Snapfire game. Tombstone hitter, as we suggested,
Yep.
right? Yeah. They also put the toe is pretty boom favored, so it's overall not too bad. But it does feel like Ace always gets the short straw. You know, last time with the Mars versus Lifestealer as well. As top lane, Tofu dealing with the Tombstone. They need a couple more hits for it. They're gonna get it. Give it to Duracho as well. Not bad. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be Tofu takes the gold. LTW now could be in trouble, but GH is still healing him up. GH, who has been slowed ever so slightly because the enchant Celery keeps on hitting him, but Tofu does not want to advance too far, afraid of the Ursa, so GH will be able to live on.
Oh, and First Blood instead is going to be bottom, where Mind Control.
Even though the heroes played
MC?
essentially the same. Yep, there is the IO help. Nice. Cookie, though. They still have the Kisses, and they're going to use him now. Mind Control trying to at least divide these two. Mind Control juking with his best ability, and not that bad, actually, but Anchor Smash eventually gets him. Kenking. But it does seem like Miracle's only goal is to take stacks. Really smart,
He scouted, though.
Yep.
They might kill
Can
him.
they
It's not going to be
punish
worth
this?
it.
I don't know. He took a whole... Well, he is the mid laner. Yeah, Miracle's going to die, and you're right. If you had taken the Ancient stack, I would stagger. You don't really have much initiation potential as a mid laner unless the enemy team dives, so instead, you try to farm aggressively. Arctic Summoner being used to push this tower as the Mortimer's Kisses are being used to burn down ILTW. Soul Rip is not going to heal him nearly enough. Kuroki, more than hopeful with that Soul Rip. He is in the trees now. A Boom has joined him. And Kuroki will die in the jungle. Yeah, though. Went for Boot to Travel, just pushing out lanes. Bracers this time, he's a bit slower overall than the Coddle. I think his goal is going to be very similar. The only difference between him and Coddle is going to be that he can join in teamfights earlier this game. It's good.
But Mortimer's not as slim as Bezamil.
That's true. Mortimer is thick. They're going to find the Enchantress here, and without the Untouchable, there's no way Celery can survive this. I think he was dead regardless, but, you know.
It's a big agent sack.
Important to mention.
This...
Can they take it? Understand that he's dead.
Yep, they fortify.
He's definitely dead. Tofu wanted to help him out, but instead reveals his position. Ace will most likely be killed here. Tombstone just to reveal vision. Tofu's TP gets cancelled, and Tofu will also die. I admire the friendship for gaming Gladiators, but I think that was a play where you just need to retreat on
Reload
Tofu.
coming in, Celery trying to TP away, and I think even with the overpower, they're not going to have enough auto attack for this.
Still, though, it's a good kill for Nigma, which sets up for a potential tier 1 top, which not that bad this game.
Going to skedaddle, skedoodle.
Ursa is going to try to slow down Celery, and now finish him off with a Furious Times. They
Great
force the
Enrage.
Ravage with a toss on top of that, but the Enrage survives it all. Mortimer's Kisses got cancelled by the Silence as well, and Mind Control activates that Exorcism plus the BKB. Chasing down now the Tiny. What is Duracho going to do? Nothing! Stunned and killed! Boom! Also in a difficult position. The Fusel Blade got him before he could get away, so did the Earth Shock, so Boom is going to fall. And that's going to be Ace, the last core here, remaining all dead. Only the support survive here for Gaming Glad. Is going to miss. Mind Control, able to move freely now. Use the Spirit Siphons on top of that. The BKB, Mind Control will live. ILTW has been slowed.
Script.
ILTW actually
alone.
going in solo. They have no way of canceling this Fiend Script, so he's just going to die. No, the help of the IO, perhaps. ILTW still has the Enrage. Has still a chance, using the Enrage.
Nigma,
Tombstone,
no.
and Miracle comes in with a Pearl Strike. Thanks to the Tombstone, they can force the fight here. Boom and Troll. Boom is going to get decimated. They're going to get rid of the mid laner from the enemy team. The rest of them scattered to the wind.
Gladiators.
Enigma, they know they want to fight near the Tombstone. Beautiful Youngster on Miracle. Stops Duracho's initiation. The IO joins in as well. Avalanche hits, but Duracho is still in trouble. He's going to be bursted down. Celery helping with a 4-step, but blown up by the Sand King. and that's going to be Nigma getting another really good fight for them.
The war, a very real thing, right? You do your calculations, you try and at least guesstimate how good your enemies are going to be looking, as they will be relocated into kill Ace here. It's just going to be very easy for them.
It is very easy. These relocates have been used so well. That's why you don't get IO to Nigma though. I think gaming gladiators have learned a lesson. We'll ban IO next game because this. I mean, yes, the stun is amazing. Any stun in general is
good.
good.
By Gladiators though, they're expecting one hero to stick around, TB back to deal with it, which does allow them to at least conserve the ranged barracks. Celery might not be as lucky, as that's another jump in from ILTW. Gets off the force staff, is now boom. It's a little bit too close for comfort. That's his own Yule Scepter, but doesn't have a cookie. Has the shard pushback at the very least, and with the little shredder, will quickly dispatch of the tombstone. Duracho on his buyback now jumping in. The Ravage from Ace is good, and it gets through the Wisp and the first life here of the Ursa Warrior, but Nigma now turning the fight.
Yeah, it's a bit too late. No execution can really save you from an Ursa with 2 lives right now.
Toss? Toss?
The toss is available, though the fountain can save my LTW, though hasn't been tossed quite in the fountain, as Ace did get slowed. GH leaves, relocate time down. ILTW stuck, he doesn't have a BKB. What will the rest of his team do? How much do they value?
No toss.
No, not enough. No way near enough. ILTW will fall. Nigma will decide they take the racks and leave, and he'll be a worthy sacrifice. Okay, they did find Miracle, but the counter from Nigma is coming in. Oh, the relocate's only IO, and the Ravage actually finds both, and that's going to be a double kill now. GH came in solo, and he died solo.
Yeah, best not to bring in the Ursa there, because they actually might even lose MC. Duracho could have BKB'd and tossed back, but instead ILTW is going to make the jump onto him. There's Yule Scepter #1, his mind control. Will pop the Exo. No buyback on either of these scores, so it's a 3v5, even if they can catch up. Duracho with a nice toss back onto MC, which also slows Kuro. And I think that's going to be Gladiators disengaging from this fight fairly cleanly. Bulls, toss, Torrent, the other big one.
Like the uptime in Moses, yeah.
Oh, Wisp.
As they get the IO, that's going to be GH dying, but LTW runs immediately, goes for boom, the toss to the creep. Boom, unfortunately, has been inhibited. The Yule Scepter to save himself a couple more seconds, but that's not going to be sufficient. Duracho in a pickle himself. He has been scouted. The BKB is not going to let him TP because he doesn't have one in his inventory, which means Duracho is just going to be mauled down by the bear.
And that's Roche up in 18 seconds. Duracho without buyback, bought back earlier in the high ground defense, would have it in 30 further seconds. Which is not going to be enough time here to reasonably contest this Roche. They go diving there for the Wisp and pick him up, but are severely punished. And now even Ace, who's trying to push this top wave, is in a bit of trouble, as Miracle's going to release an Epicenter level 3 onto him, blowing through the Hood of Defiance. Ace attempting to TP away now, but there's a Yule Scepter, so yeah, Mind Control is just going to end up baiting him. That's
such a difficult task.
It's a tall ask, but no, I just don't think you ever really get to go for it. I think, yeah, ILTW is going to take almost everything. He did pick up the cheese, but he's going to give that to the Wisp quite wisely.
Yep. And Miracle gets a free kill here on Boom. They're going to continue this with a relocate in. Grab Tofu.
Oh, they got Celery.
And the third one, it's going to be Celery. That ghost is not going to help him enough. Celery, once again, trying to create as much space as possible. Miracle helping him out, but they leave LTW behind. And this should be the bottom racks, honestly.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do. I mean, you've got no choice but to fight into this one now for Gladiators. It just seems about impossible. Up down 34k, Aegis, X+ and ILTW. Miracle still has his ulti as well. Ace conserving Aegis. They have to get everything perfect. The toss back is pretty promising. But ILTW, again, with his status resist, is just going to simply walk back towards his team. Cool. And
Epicenter also being charged. Mortimer's Kisses is being used. The Miracle thinks it's a great opportunity to initiate. There he goes. Gonna go for the bait once again. From 100 to 0 he goes. The Ratchet to the BKB in time. There's Ravage as well to control the Ursa ever so slightly by LTW. Once again with a stat resistance. Unstoppable. He kills off Celery in the process. They can't really bring the Sand King down. He already has that level 25 as well. That's gonna be Duracho also falling. No Sandstorm blind, by the way, from Miracle.
No, yeah.
The 5%
I checked that, actually. I was kind of curious to see if he decided to take it, but I don't think it really mattered at that stage what he takes, because it's going to be Nigma that take game number 2 and take us to a game number 3. So Nigma not quite tapping out of this series yet. I want to try and take a game and then maybe even a series off of the only undefeated team remaining in Western Europe.
This is the most classic Nigma kind of play you could ever imagine, right? They could Viper again.
Yeah, they could. Pango.
Okay, there we go.
Pango's just good.
Yeah, I like the Pango. He's a very strong hero right now. And also, there's a lot of combo with your team. They have a bunch of minus armor. Pango abuses that. Swashbuckle got buffed. Pango's Miracle or Huskar level 1 is not that great. So you kind of want to wait for level 2, so actually makes sense in this matchup, even if Ember can probably last it okay under tower. Ember actually wins this matchup at the first levels, by the way. Celery gets dropped in the bottom lane. Team seems committed to dual laning you solo Pango. The shield crash tends to be pretty bad. Because you kind of need it only for... Like, you don't really use it against the heroes.
Celery might be dead bottom as well as Kuro. It's going to be assisting ILTW who gets that last auto attack in.
He actually died, so Duracho will get a range creep there. Yeah. But will Duracho die? We'll see now. Activates the magic stick before he gets hit by the stun. Illuminate also hits. Has a fairy fire, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save him. They're going to dive the tower for this. Him after the tree. Celery's here back. And he activates the self. Duracho self gets immediately cancelled though. Celery gets hit by the Illuminate, but he did have a Tango on. That's not going to be enough healing. Duracho will fall. Celery at least gets Kuroki, but Celery will die as well. And he won't be back with the TP, so it's going to be Duracho solo in the lane. All the Danish squads they used to play as. He was very well known. What I liked about those squads is that... Wait, there's a fight going on. GH. Fury swipes. Used a lot of stacks on GH, but not enough to kill him off. Duracho's been stuffed. He has to use a Swarm now. There's the Overpower. Still available. Could go for Kuroki. Has 2 stacks of Furies. Now 3-4. But the Weaver always has a Shikuchi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, never mind. He got surprised there. The Sentry gets him. Thanks to the Earth Shock there, they can bring him down. ILTW could control himself. Tofu still has the Boulder Smash using for the slow. Kills GH in the process. ILTW now slowed and gaining Gladiators. Come back with vengeance.
Yeah, beautiful. I apologize.
When you say means, do you mean like ideally he wouldn't clear them?
I guess so.
Right?
Duracho might be dead. No one rage here. His life stealing a bit off ILTW, but not nearly enough. Although the Wisp was here, but did not have tether. Was tethered to 8. Instead, they're only going to get ILTW, Mind Control as well. Not the greatest swashbuckle away. Ice Path will whiff, however, as it's going to be Miracle getting 2 kills. Excuse me, did you catch what was going on there?
No, I did not. I was actually watching bottom. Against Caudle, Miracle is not that easy a target to go on. But they're committing.
They really want
they're
him.
Like half committing, half not. Duracho has been baited by his own team. I mean, they can get away for now, though. They haven't overcommitted just yet. Tofu will be the only target for now, as Duracho. They're trying to counter-initiate, apparently, as they see an opportunity to go for the CK, but he has the Phantasm to dispel those Searing Chains. LTW slowed down by the inhibit. LTW will fall, as Mind Control's courier also dies in the meantime. GH will be next target, but Ace has been chased around here, and Ace will finally die. Boom, seeks a way to retreat. He still has the TP, but he's out of Remnants, so he's going to bank it all on getting no stun. Initiate on him first, obviously. He seems like the easy hero to go on, but they'll waste too much time. He'll just run in the Macropire, and Nigma will take way too much damage.
Miracle again nearby. That seems to always raise Gaiman Gladiator's blood pressure. In they go again. We want him. The Sacred Warrior BKBs. There's going to be the Macropire on top. Miracle cannot armlet toggle through this. 21 charges. Down he goes. Celery's going to get the killing blow as Mind Control rolls through the fight. Claims the first life of Fuzzy Wuzzy. Celery as well will be swept up there in the time that Duracho respawns by GH's Max Illuminates. Still 2 dead. Scouted here by the wards that Tofu placed down, trying to clear through the sentries. The miss rate, of course, no longer applies onto wards, but they will set up now, trying to get through Kuro. He's got time lapse, so we'll get it off. He's in trouble here. It's going to be Tofu. Rolls back in on a Miracle, though, and there's that macro again, taking him down. Duracho with the killing blow. ILTW as well is going to be fighting. Kuro standing in Macropire as his Mind Control. Boom going to hold him down a bit longer with the Searing Chains, as if it's not enough damage on the macro itself, but the fight being lost by the Gladiators as the relocate not in time. Duracho has fallen. Boom pulled back there by the Rift, as he is going to be chased away in the river. Mind Control trying to slow him here to a crawl. Another Reality Rift, but again, Boom having his last remnants now is going to be forced back. Buyback from Ace, however, as Mind Control with Blink Dagger in 3 seconds, but being canceled here. Has the Swashbuckle rooted up, but there's just too much magic damage. He certainly will tick away.
Yes, greed.
Sometimes greed is good, sometimes it's not. There goes Fuzzy Wuzzy jumping in again.
Okay, there's the team fight that Caudle provides, but the BKBs will nullify that. GH is going to die as they break that Willow Wisp open. Macropire has been dropped as well. The CK can't fight inside of it, but they got in rid of the Earth Spirit. Now they're going for the Jakiro, and they do have a chance. Miracle finally getting to revenge. The Flames this time will go against Jakiro. A Miracle might still die to the Angry Bear, however, a beautiful stun there will save Miracle's life, and Duracho's been sent back since Reality Rift. He is going to lose his first life.
Only Boom.
They have more stuns. Boom is coming by. Celery, yes. Relocate, and he comes in, but they knew this was going to happen. Celery ready to die for his carry as Duracho presses the attack button, goes for Miracle, and will get that kill as the support dies behind him. Duracho still wanting to fight this. He knows ILTW is low on mana, can't use those stuns any longer. ILTW will get the last crit though, and that's going to guarantee the kill onto Duracho, but he dies in the process. Boom surviving this engagement. Here the TP's coming in.
GH is back.
ILTW wants to show Boom what a buyback feels like, as Boom out of mana this time has no more escapes. He is going to fall. And this fight goes both ways. Team wipes everywhere. I don't know. Who even wins that? And in fact, Nigma feel this. They can feel his will to live. And they're going to retreat ever so slightly. ILTW gets caught. He has the BKB. He'll be fine for now. Macropie already got dropped. I don't know if you want to push this too hard. Duracho apparently does. As he activates his own BKB with the Enrage on top of that. That's the shard. And a kill off ILTW. Well done, Kuroki. Let's get dusted. But the real target seems to be the Huskar, who's actually attacked Duracho in the mid lane, and he will get that kill. Celery couldn't heal him in time. Ace tries to finish off Mind Control. Mind Control does have the Dispel this time with the shard. Searing Chain stops that Regen Rune, and Mind Control will finally die. Ursa does buy back. Where's the TP? Where's he coming from?
He's a core.
He's coming in from behind. There he goes. The outpost the whole time. Miracle cannot survive. This Miracle will die. Kuroki, he's trying to get away, but Tofu's not letting him. Kuroki has no more time lapse. He's going to fall. Tofu barely outruns that. We can win the late game as well.
Miracle, what do you?
That's
smokes. Okay. They'll break one, but Tofu's going to find a big fan, kicks him down to the low ground. Okay, Ace is going to experience the full glory that is the Huskar Axe, but he has a cheese, and he is saved with the relocate out. ILTW in the meantime fighting 1v1 versus Duracho as Mind Control is assisting with the Rolling Thunder, but now that it's ended, Duracho is still on his first life, still healthy, still has Satanic. ILTW losing the fight versus Boom. Couldn't retreat thanks to the Macropire either as GH ran down by Tofu, 3 dead. I didn't even see Miracle die. Control now has a basher. Duracho as well has one of the backpack. Age is still on him for 50 more seconds. So looks like the fight's kicking off now.
Okay, BKB activated by Ace though, as he's going to
got the Wisp.
The Will-O-Wisp realizes he can't. Celery's dead. The Celery has the buyback and relocate as well. Duracho finds LTW in the backlines. Ace recharges, has a second BKB now. Ace can't be killed that easily. Macropire.
2 macros.
Perfect V of death. Miracle has to retreat. Too much fire around. LTW's already dead. And Mind Control's trying to give his team some space here. Just retreating as much as possible. Mind Control will be found though. Team mid laner this game, by the way, in terms of net worth. Only Huskar beating him.
ILTW looking again for Celery. But barracks are falling too fast.
ILTW's playing an offlane CK, and he's going to succeed here. Kill Celery in time. And the Ice Path now successful. They do hit the Jakiro this time with the taunt. Ace activates the BKB right afterwards though, and Miracle has been destroyed. Duracho and Boom just took him down in a matter of seconds. That was such an overwhelming amount of damage.
I think that's it. I don't know how else Nigma do that. They're going to be up against Mega compared to the carries we have in the meta.
Oh, also if he's dead, he can't illuminate, so that's what we're going to try to fix here. Tofu has another BKB. Doesn't matter though. Even if he's constantly Will-O-Wisped, he can just roll away right afterwards. They already killed GH. They find Kuroki as well. Kuroki trying to waste as much time as possible, but he falls as well. And Gaming Gladiators are taking game 3, and therefore the series. Yeah,
very well played. Those Gaming Gladiators continue to go completely flawless here.
I mean, is it still flawless if they lose one game in the series?
Well,
we still consider that? Genuine question. What's the consensus?
I would say so. I mean, I think the important part.
Right. Trinkets.